What's shaking, bacons? It is the week/weekend of Star Wars trailer reveals, and I am so excited to actually see that EA is potentially making, or claimed to be making, a single-player Star Wars game. EA has not made a good Star Wars game, in my opinion, since they got the exclusive license. Up until EA had the Star Wars license, there were so many good Star Wars games. I actually pulled up an infographic that somebody made. I don't know who made it. If you know who made this, let me know in the comments below and I'll add an attribution, or I'll try and add that in the description box. Some of you may have seen this, some of you maybe not. It is very eye-opening. Here's the infographic. If we zoom in here, we can take a look and see Star Wars games over a 6-year period under LucasArts and their collaboration companies. So this is from 2002 to 2008. We had Racer Revenge, Bounty Hunter, we had the Clone Wars, Star Wars Galaxies, we had the amazing Lego Star Wars games, which I really love. We had Jedi Starfighter, the incredible Knights of the Republic series, Republic Commando, Empire at War, the original Battlefronts, Episode 1, we had Force Unleashed, Jedi Outcast. I mean, look at how amazing all these titles were. And then we hit EA. And EA, from 2013 to 2019, we've had Battlefront and Battlefront 2, both of which were notoriously plagued with problems. Battlefront 2 made huge waves with the problem with microtransactions and loot boxes and their pay-to-win system. Just really, really, really not good. And that's putting it mildly. Now, there is news that EA is coming out with a single-player Star Wars game. And when I found this out, I was utterly shocked. And I'm very untrustful. It actually reminds me of a meme that I saw after hearing that they were releasing this game, and I'll put it on the screen right now. EA's tweet was, "No microtransactions, no loot boxes, and no, we won't be adding them. A single-player Star Wars story for those of you who are ready to become a Jedi." Those bastards are up to something. I mean, it's true. EA is like notorious for this stuff. EA is notorious for being a company that is bottom line dollar, only wants to make profit any way they can, and as long as people buy microtransactions and they purchase loot boxes and they do things like this, EA is going to continue to propagate these things. EA is going to continue to promote those things and include them in their games. They've already canceled a lot of what would have been amazing Star Wars games. You know, when Disney bought the franchise, they canceled the 1313 game that was in development that looked amazing. They canceled the Star Wars game that people were really looking forward to that was going to come out from Visceral. And now it's funny because they're actually using huge criticisms and critiques from people against EA to promote their own game. And what's making me tentatively optimistic about this is that if they follow through and they don't add microtransactions and loot boxes, if this is not just another MMORPG, if this is not just another games as a service type thing, this has the potential to be amazing, and this has the potential to be a huge seller for them. And if they are finally doing that and they are listening to what the public wants, which is MMOs are fine, multiplayers are fine, we are saturated with them. There's a reason God of War did so well. There's a reason Sekiro is doing so well. There's a reason why these games that are actually coming out still as single players are doing amazingly, and it is because people want more story-driven single-player games that are well made and well done. And if EA is actually listening to us and is listening to the community and hearing that that's what we want, and they are making a pivot back toward also delivering that content, I think it's great. Regardless, I know almost nothing about this game. I thought I'd do a video talking about it, explaining why I'm excited, and I'm going to actually do a reaction/review as I watch the trailer for the first time for you guys. I'm on a roll. This is like my second reaction in the space of less than a week, and I haven't done it in so long because of YouTube problems, and I'm still fingers crossed no one's gonna notice the last reaction I did. So yes, the image will be mirrored. I had comments about that in the last one. That was deliberate. I did not do that by mistake. Thank you for the people who pointed that out to me. That is to try and prevent content ID issues. So heads up, the image is going to be mirrored, but I will have a link directly to the trailer for the new game in the description box below in case you haven't yet seen it somehow. All right, let's watch it together. Reading pending.
Wasn't always like this.
Come on.
But now, there are 3 rules to survive.
This looks
Don't
amazing.
stand out.
Just graphically.
Accept the past.
Ooh! Oh, I saw that emblem.
Trust no one.
I'm digging this sound. Oh, I'm digging the sound effect though.
Look out!
Whatever you do,
Oh no!
don't reach within.
Like, don't be a Jedi, don't use the Force. Ooh. The Jedi have fallen. Oh, I have chills.
Don't stand out.
Empire rises.
Accept the past.
Execute Order 66.
Trust no one.
Oh, shoot.
Trust only in the Force.
Oh! 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 Oh, sweet Jesus, please let this be true. Oh. See, here's where I start getting a little funk. All right, here's where I get funk. This is what game trailers always get. I know game trailers are almost like never what the actual game looks like. But I don't like to buy into a game too soon in terms of graphics when it says not actual gameplay footage. And we know based on the problems with Anthem and what happened with Andromeda and other games that, granted, that's a different game company. That is BioWare. That is different. However, what they actually show in your trailer is not necessarily what the story is going to be or what the gameplay is going to look like. What does make me happy is that it says here that it's rendered in Unreal Engine, and that to me says EA is not trying to push them to use Frostbite anymore. I think a huge issue that Andromeda and Dragon Age Inquisition and that Anthem had is that they were being forced to try and adapt to the Frostbite engine, and that's not ideal for this kind of a game. I don't know how RPG-ish this is going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be an RPG, but the fact that it's rendered in Unreal Engine makes me hope for this, because they're not going to be forced to adapt what they're doing in the type of gameplay to a game engine that's not well suited for it. What is really interesting to me is that Order 66. So this to me says it's coming after Palpatine took over the Senate. And I think that this would be a really interesting time period to have a game setting. Obviously, that's what they thought as well, because it's implying, of course, that you are the Jedi survivor. You're someone who survived the culling, if you will, of Order 66. But this character looks relatively young, at least in this trailer. So is it possible maybe they were a youngling that survived? Or is it possible that he was just a normal person that grew up during this era, but has been afraid to reveal them? Like, he's kind of picked up on how to use them over time. Granted, bear in mind, I'm speculating. I deliberately did not read about what this game's about before watching this trailer, because I know, I personally, if I'm watching a video like this, I like to get people's raw thoughts and unfiltered and unbiased. So that's what I'm trying to provide here. So I had not really read anything or seen the trailer, anything related to this game other than that meme with EA's tweet. So I'm pretty excited for this. You know, I'll believe it when I see it. EA has a reputation for a reason. And I have not been happy with anything they have done with the Star Wars license. All 2 horrendous games that they have done with the Star Wars license. But part of me is wondering, maybe after the debacle with Battlefront 2 and after the recent divide in the fandom and the PR issues that Lucasfilms has had, I'm wondering if maybe somebody might have like nudged EA or leaned on them and been like, can you guys get your act together? Like, can you actually provide what used to sell really well that people are saying constantly they'd really like? So I'm thinking this is looking hopefully really good. It looks full of action. You got some really interesting characters in there. I really like that there is a diversity of aliens as well. That's something I always love seeing, different worlds, different aliens in Star Wars. It's part of my love for science fiction. So I'm really looking forward to this. That was a great gameplay trailer. Hopefully the game will live up to the trailer. It does not always do so. Some games have pulled it off and gone above and beyond what I expected after seeing the trailers. And I'm hoping this one's the same way. Are you guys going to play this when it comes out? Are you interested in this? I'm very, very interested. I'm very intrigued. And before I sign off, I just want to say, yes, this is not a Star Wars shirt. I am filming this just before Game of Thrones premieres for this season. So I thought I'd wear my Cat Lisi shirt. The Queen of Meowring, Queen of the Kibble, the Catnip, and the first Meow, Lord of the 7 Kittens and Protector of the Red Dot, the Unscratched Mother of Cats, Valor Meowgly. It's nothing to do with Star Wars. Sorry. But yeah, I'm a little off-brand here tonight, I think, but I'm stoked for Game of Thrones too. So if you guys want to talk about Game of Thrones as well, you let me know. Leave me a like and a comment on this video. And in the meantime, don't forget to tell me what you think about this game. Do you trust EA? I'm going to give them a chance. All right, I will catch you guys later.